The first step for this portion of the project is to set up our borders. So we are going to highlight this range and we're going to go to Format and down to Format Cells. We're going to click on the Border tab and you have to go in a certain order. So we're going to go to Color and choose the color. Go to Thickness, and I want you to have two different kinds of thickness so that I see that you understand the application of borders. So first we're going to choose this thick line to apply to the outline and inside vertical, which is going to apply it, since this is the selected range, the outline will just be the border on the outside here. The inside vertical will be all of these inside vertical lines. And then I'm going to choose a different style line to go on the inside horizontal, which will be these. So I'll choose this one and click right there and press OK. Now it's always good to have your headers stick out. So I'm also going to highlight this range from A1 to D1 and make it bold, and if you'd like to, just modify the colors a little bit, the fill color. Bold, fill color. Now we're going to apply borders to the rest of these as well. You can use the same colors or you can mix it up. It's up to you, but I do want the same styling. So thick for the outside and inside vertical, and a second style for inside horizontal. Make it bold, change the inside color. Okay, now I went ahead and changed the formatting of the rest of them as well, and that's what I expect of you as well. Now we're going to highlight from cell J15 down to L21. Now since this is documenting the income from week to week, I'm going to come up here in the number section of the Home tab and just add a little $sign. And this way it's going to be documented as money. Now if you haven't done so already, go ahead and fill in the answers for that you see in column D. A line chart is going to be used to display changes over time. So this chart right here shows how much money each of these movies made over the course of 15 weeks. Now to create a chart for this information, I'm going to go to the Insert tab and go to Line Chart. Now you want to choose any one of these that does not have a flat line right up here. Even this one. Okay, so over here in the legend you have twilight, new moon, and eclipse. So I know that the red one is displaying the income of new moon. Now when you add a chart, I do want you to modify them in every way possible. This one right here isn't really necessary. It doesn't add anything to the chart, so I'm just going to click on it and press the backspace button. This allowed me to have a little extra room just to show my chart. Now click on each one of these text boxes and on the Home tab, change the font to whatever you think looks good. Just make sure it's easy to read. Okay, the second thing I want you to do is, if you click on your chart, you're going to notice that there are 3 new tabs right up here. From the Design tab, I want you to move this chart into a new sheet and name this one Line and press OK. So this moved it into its own sheet and it just looks a lot better. So if you print it, it would print out on a standard piece of paper. Now I'm going to go to Layout, and I'm going to add a chart title. You want to make sure that the title is relevant to what the information is actually displaying. So I know that I'm talking about the income of the Twilight movies. So your title is going to be something reflective of that. So how much money did each of the Twilight movies make? And put a question mark. Or Twilight movie comparison. Or Twilight movie income. Something along those lines. Something that describes what the information is displaying. Then you can select on each line. So if I click right here, I can go to my Format tab, and I can change the shape fill. And this will automatically, I don't want to do green because that's what the original Twilight was. Okay, so now it automatically updated it in my legend. Now I'm going to return to sheet 2, and I'm going to highlight this first group, insert, and since I'm not comparing any groups, the best kind of chart to use would either be a pie or a donut chart. So this is just personal choice. Okay, from the Layout tab, of course, add your title. In order to format the colors of this one, what you have to do is click one time to select the entire pie chart. Click one more time in order to select the color that you wish to change. So from the Format tab, now I would come over to this side, change the shape fill. You don't want to pick colors that are too close together. Actually, since these are colors, it might behoove you to actually make them purple and pink. So an appropriate title for this might be, what question could you ask? I'm not going to provide you with one because I want you to come up with something good. So I'm going to click one time on my chart, and I'm going to return to the Layout tab. Now I'm going to add some data labels so that it will show me. I'm going to go down to more data label options, and I want it to display the percentage and not the value. And press close. Now again, make sure that both of these are selected. If you accidentally click off of it, you can click one time and it will select both of these. And then I'll go to the Home tab, change the font color so that it contrasts, make it larger and bold so that you can see through it. And then from your Design tab, move it into its new sheet. This information right here will be shown in a bar chart. You can either use a bar or a column chart, whatever floats your boat. And for this one, I expect a title, formatted font, customized colors. Again, you're going to click one time to select all of that color and format them to be different colors over here. Move it into its own sheet, name it bar chart or column chart, and that is the end of this project.